Moving on to the next slide, let's talk about the types of rewards. The first one is base pay. This is the most important. To me, I personally would prefer a pay raise over other things, and that's what most people feel as well. I'm not sure about you guys, but that's what a lot of people like is more money. If there's not enough pay raise or enough pay to begin with, this will affect turnover rate and overall low morale. If people aren't getting enough money, or if they don't think they are, they're not going to work very hard for their jobs. The next is incentive systems. Employees can earn additional compensation, for example, stock options or bonuses. The next is indirect compensation. This is payment for time not worked, Social Security, unemployment, disability, and health insurance. The next is prerequisites, usually awarded to the top managers. This is for them specifically. And the last is awards. I'm sure many of you have received an award in your life. This is something that feels great for employees to receive. For example, it could be for perfect attendance, for no mistakes on the job, no one's nailed their foot to the floor in a year. That stuff is rewarded with different rewards. And sometimes they can be expensive, but under the right circumstances, they can greatly improve performance of employees. Moving on to the next slide, managing reward systems. This is imperative to distinguish between performance and rewards. If employees feel like they're not being rewarded, they're just coasting along and everyone's getting the same thing, they're not going to feel motivated to work as hard at their jobs. The example in the text is, if all employees start at the same pay and they get a raise every 6 months based on performance and amount of time worked at the company, there's clearly no relationship between performance and reward. Entry-level employees would be treated the same as people who'd worked at the company for years. And that would not make people feel very well and wouldn't motivate them to do the best they can possibly do at their jobs. A good employee doesn't just work well enough just so they don't get fired. That's not a good employee. They need incentive, they need rewards to give them incentive and help them do well at their jobs. The company needs to follow through with their word. They need to pay people. They need to give health insurance and Social Security. They can't just say that they'll promise these rewards. If they do that and they don't provide for their employees will either quit or they won't do well at their jobs, and this will reflect very poorly on the company. Also, next, flexible reward systems. This means it is important to give employees an option. They can choose their type of package that they would like for benefits. For example, I don't want to choose an end-of-life package or something to deal with funeral costs. I will eventually, but I don't need to right now. I'm more focused on health care for my new child or for other types of benefits. So that's something that's very important, is to be flexible in the reward systems. So overall, and through my PowerPoint presentation and me speaking to you on the subject, it's very important for companies to have good managers to implement different things on their employees. They need to encourage them to have goals and to attain those goals. And sometimes they need a little push, and a reward or any type of compensation can really help and go a long way. So in closing, I want to leave you guys with a $1 million question. So here it is. As Christians, everything we do, we are supposed to do it for the Lord. So, should we need these cash incentives to work harder and better at our jobs? So that's for you to answer below. Luckily, I don't have to answer because that's a very tough question. So if you wouldn't mind leaving your answer below and leaving any feedback on my presentation, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, and God bless.